You know, there was a time when Battlefield meant something. Back in 2000s and early 2010s, Battlefield 3, Battlefield 4, those weren't just shooters. They were events, man. 64-player lobbies, collapsing skyscrapers, jets dogfighting over the map, chaos, teamwork, destructions. It was awesome. It was beautiful. Then somewhere along the way, it just fell apart. Battlefield 5 felt confused, one was meh, and 2042, I don't even know where to begin. That one honestly just broke me. It was awful. I loaded up and I was like, yeah, this is just trash. We went from tactical mayhem to bugs, missing features, a game that was desperately just trying to be Call of Duty. It felt like the solar battlefield had just vanished. But this time, things felt different, especially as soon as I played the beta. Because behind this comeback is Vince Zampella, the guy who helped create Call of Duty and then Titanfall. The man is literally responsible for shaping two generations of shooters. So, the question is, are we finally witnessing the return of Battlefield? My name is Arya, and this is my review of Battlefield 6. And let's just say, after spending 20-30 hours of the game, I've got plenty to say. But the question remains, has it been a wild ride? Well, let's dive right into it. Battlefield has always been about that big, intense, chaotic warzone energy. Those huge maps, tanks rolling through buildings, and jets screaming overhead. That's what made it so special. And honestly, I've lost count of how many hours I've spent in Bad Company 1, 2, Battlefield 3, Battlefield 4, just causing mayhem and having an absolute blast. But over the years, I watched the series just fall apart. The squad roles stopped mattering really. Everything started feeling more like Call of Duty, and the maps, let's just say that they lost their soul. Half the time, you would just be walking around for 5 minutes just to get shot from nowhere. But now, I can't believe I'm saying this. Thank you. Thank you, EA. Yes, because finally, after years, they've actually listened. I know, crazy, right? We got the old squad system back, and it completely changes how the game feels. Once again, going back to its roots, every role has a purpose again. Engineers aren't just there to fix stuff, they're your tank killers. Assaults are the main damage dealers. Supports get the proper revives with defibs and rock those amazing heavy LMGs that just snipe people across the map. Crazy. And that they actually feel useful, so people are actually selecting them again. Recon, man, how many videos I've seen now. They can not only scout drones, just do mad thing with them, man. They're crazy. I've seen so many clips of people climbing on drones, going up and shooting up planes and all sorts. It's amazing. And anyone in your squad mate can also revive you, but at a risk, which makes every moment count. Everything is about teamwork. And I just love it because classes, gameplay just means something. Gunplay as well feels incredible. Each weapon has its own personality, recoil, punch, sound, and the slower progression system means that you actually are encouraged to experiment. And the more you use the weapon, the more attachment you unlock. Letting you kind of build it your way, and it kind of adds a bit of depth. And it doesn't feel too grindy either. I just love it again. And I am so happy as well that all the classic modes are back, like Rush and Conquest and all of it. But this time, they feel balanced. Maps are tighter, better design. Players counts are actually adjusted for each mode in a way, so when you're playing a kind of a more TDM style, you don't feel like you're crammed with a ton of people in a small space. There's a chaos, but it's controlled chaos. And it's not overcrowded like the mess we had with 2042. Brilliant. Love it. Thank you for listening. And you can tell, as I said, the devs have listened to the feedback, even from the data. Because those one-sided matches when one team crushes the other side by like 700 tickets, they're gone. The tweaks they have made, pacing, maps, flow, again, small, but have made a big difference even from beta. Again, as I mentioned, I know I'm repeating myself, love the fact that they're listening. And man, the atmosphere is back. Battles feel epic again. Explosions, smokes, squad chatter, it's just perfect. There were times I looked up and realized 2 hours have just gone by and I was like, wait, what? That's just absurd, and that shows how much I've enjoyed it. And the visuals, stunning, stunning. Every bullet, crack, explosion, distant firefights, smoke, it feels so cinematic. It's like being inside like an IMAX theater or having a VR headset on. Brilliant. I just can't praise how much of a good job they've done. Performance wise as well, I went full overkill on the settings and it's still run buttery smooth. Wild. Especially considering some of the games lately, Borderlands 4 can barely stay stable with even lower setting. Sure, small few bugs, tickets getting stuck, not loading to a game and so on and so forth, but nothing game breaking. Awesome. Now, the campaign. I do a separate video, but to be honest, in terms of some of the feedbacks and some of the media out there, Battlefield was never about the story. This is one isn't bad either. It's not a deep or emotional thing, but it's fun. Think of it like a cheesy weekend action movie. Predictable plot, over-the-top moments, but it knows what it is. Takes about 5 to 6 hours to beat, and honestly, it's a pure popcorn entertainment. Big explosions, wild set pieces, and a bit of dumb dialogue at times, but it makes you grin a little bit. But the bottom line is, guys, Battlefield is finally back. It is explosive, chaotic, and feels alive again. Thank you, hallelujah. And this is the Battlefield I've been waiting for years. I'll take something really special from Call of Duty to top this, in my opinion. So welcome to a masterpiece that you shouldn't miss. I hope you have enjoyed this video, and if you have, don't forget to smash that like button. And if you want to see me stumbling through the Battlefield in multiplayer or blowing the heck out of things in campaign, you can head to the live section of the channel where I've live streamed the entire campaign, spent hours in the multiplayer, so you can check out a bit more of a gameplay there as well. But in the meantime, do drop your comments down below. Love to hear them, whether you have a comment or a feedback, or maybe you want me to check out another game. Guys, Dying Light coming, Outer Worlds is going to be coming. I've got plenty of games that I constantly live stream. Again, I am currently finishing up Atelier. Love it. We'll be reviewing that very soon as well. But for all of that, guys, and even more on gaming news and reactions, don't forget to subscribe, ding that notification. But in the meantime, guys, take care and peace.